It's time to talk about decorators, another key term in Python. And we've actually seen decorators before. Do you remember when we were building classes? I taught you that there was a class method and a static method. And I said, hey, don't worry about this. We'll talk about this later. Well, this is now later. Decorators look like this. They have the @ sign and then some sort of name following it. But in order for us to fully understand what decorators are, we have to talk about functions in Python and why they're so powerful. This is the neat thing about Python. In Python, functions are what we call first-class citizens. That is, they can be passed around like variables. They can be an argument inside of a function. They act just like, well, variables. Let me show you. If I create a hello function, which frankly is completely useless because all it does is say, hello. If I do this, remember what I said. Functions are pretty much just variables in Python. Again, something that is not always the case with all programming languages. So if I wanted to, I can say greet equals to hello. So that if I print greet and I run this, I get hello. What if I just pass hello like this? If I run this, well, I get the function location in memory. So I would have to use greet like this and run it, right? We have to call the hello function. Okay, what if we do this? What if I say delete hello, a keyword in Python that deletes that function? What do you think will happen? Let's see. If I run this, is that what you expected? Did you expect greet to still work? The interesting thing about Python is that I create hello, and this is now created in memory. When we get to line 4, I say, hey, greet is going to point to hello. So hello can still be called down here. I can still say hello because hello is the name of the function that points to that location in memory. But when I do delete hello, all it does is say, hey, I'm going to delete this function, this name reference to this function that's in memory. However, because greet, a whole nother variable, is still pointing to this function, I'm going to delete the hello word. So if I go hello like this, I'm going to get an error. Name hello is not defined. However, the greet is still pointing in memory to this location. So Python is smart enough to say, hey, you told me to delete hello. I'll delete the name hello, but I'm not going to delete the function because greet is still pointing to it. So functions in Python act just like variables do. They're first-class citizens. We can also pass functions around inside of arguments, right? If I say hello, and then this hello receives another function that calls, let's say, function, like this, well, I can create a greet function. Let's say define greet. And this function is just going to print still here. Now, in here, if I call hello with greet, or just so we're clear, let's just say A equals to hello greet. And if I print A, what will happen? That still works. Because what happens is I say, hey, call the function hello. Okay, I'm calling the function hello with the argument greet. So we go here and we say, hey, run function. And what's function? we want to call this function, right? Because we have these brackets. So we jump to what function is, which in our case is greet. So we go over here and say, hey, just print this. We didn't have to call it in here because the hello function calls it for us. So why did I just teach you all of that? What does that have to do with decorators? Decorators are only possible because of these features. This ability of functions to act like variables, act like first-class citizens in Python. And when we start learning about decorators, underneath the hood, they're using this power of functions. Now, in the upcoming videos, we're going to talk about how to create our own, what they mean, and expand on this idea of a decorator. But here's a short form of what decorators do. Decorators supercharge our function. If we had our, let's say, hello function here, by adding some sort of a decorator, like this, we can supercharge our function and add extra functionality to it. It lets the Python interpreter know, I want this hello function to have some extra features. But let's explore this topic a little bit more in the next video.